Hi everyone, I'm Chrissy. Have you noticed that for the first 12 months of our kids' lives, we're teaching them to walk and talk, and we're just so excited about it? And for the rest of the time, we're telling them to sit down and shut up? Well, although this hilarious statement is somewhat true, we still love our children very much, and we want to document every aspect of their lives. A great way to do this is by creating a scrapbook. A scrapbook provides an interesting and fun way to share family memories because instead of a traditional photo album where you're just looking at pictures, you can include things like memorabilia to the pictures to really make the memories stand out and really come to life. So, I'm going to demonstrate today how to create a great scrapbook. Well, the first thing we want to do when we're determining what kind of scrapbook we want to make, we need to determine if we're creating it for an event, for an individual, or for an entire family. So today, we're going to create one for an entire family. Okay, now that we have determined that, we want to determine what size of scrapbook we're going to use. So we have an 8 by 10 size here, and this is just a traditional photo album and blank pages, and I like using this because it's way cheaper than the 12 by 12 scrapbook that you can get, and they take special page inserts. They cost extreme amount of money, so I try to save some money using this traditional photo album. Or if I was to create one for just like one of my children, for example, I would use a 4 by 6 album. This one is nice and sturdy. It's leather bound, very difficult to come apart. Here's an example of one you don't want to use. I bought this little photo album for scrapbooking purposes. And because it's not bound right, it's falling apart. So you don't want to use that. Be wary of plastic albums. Okay. Now, we need to determine what kind of background we'd like for our scrapbook page. So what I do is I just buy construction paper. Everyday, ordinary construction paper. And since my album is 8 by 10, I'm going to want to take this construction paper and cut it down to the 8 by 10 size so it fits well inside scrapbook. So I usually take about 2 inches widthwise, and then I take about 2 more inches lengthwise. And sometimes I have to still, trim a little. It just depends. And then once I have my 8 by 10 page, we're going to take our glue stick and we're going to glue it down. We're going to be careful that we get all the edges and corners. So we want to get the edges, corners, and all in the middle. Just kind of, just really get it on there good. And we're going to take it and glue our page straight down into our scrapbook so we have a plain background. Now, we're going to open up this scrapbook for purposes. So we have the opening page of the scrapbook is going to show what the scrapbook is going to be about. So to do this, I went to the store and I have bought some fabulous stickers, and they're all glittery and fun, and you can just really create some cool words out of these stickers. In my family, we call each other the Collins Kingdom. So I've taken these stickers, glued them to my yellow page, and so now we know we have a scrapbook about the Collins Kingdom. Now, other things you would like to include in your scrapbook would be things like pictures, memorabilia, whether it be postcards, receipts, awards your kids have won at school, things like that. And then you just insert them, you put them where you like on the page that's fun and creative to your liking. And there you go. You have a scrapbook page. So, some examples of final scrapbook pages would be this page, for example. Again, I took blue construction paper as the background. My husband is an MMA radio show host, and he was covering an event called the LFC. So here are some of his sponsors, ticket stub, his business card, you know, some really fun memorabilia from the show we went to. And then this was LFC 48, and this is from LFC 47, where he went and covered that event. So it was actually, you know, a lot of fun. So there's a couple good examples of scrapbook pages you can make. Another example would be when I got married. Again, I used the construction paper background and just added my memorabilia in there to make it fun and creative the way that I really enjoyed it. So in closing, we want to, if we're going to make a scrapbook, we'd like to determine what size, for what events, and who for. We want to use a great background page where you could use any color of construction paper you like. Determine what memorabilia we'd like to add. Insert it in. And voila! We have a scrapbook. I'm Chrissy. Happy scrapbooking!